As milestones go, the latest data on vaccinations in Canada show just how far the journey may be. CBC News is keeping track of the numbers, and for the first time since those first shots back in December, Canada has passed a major marker. Our newest count shows that just over 1 million doses have gone into Canadians' arms. 1,987 to be exact. We also have a new count on people who are fully vaccinated. 129,820 people in this country have both doses of either Pfizer-BioNTech's or the Moderna vaccine. As you can see, that is just a tiny fraction of Canada's population. The federal government continues to promise every Canadian who wants the shot will have the shot by the end of September. But CBC News is learning more disruptions are coming to the vaccine supply, and there's John Northcott. He has the details.
Indeed, Heather. This is a situation that we will probably hear many times before that full vaccination occurs, if and when it occurs, as the government has promised, by September, in terms of the uncertainty of international supply. We have seen politics, we have seen international treaties, all of this being played out as we saw in the case of Pfizer-BioNTech, the retooling of their plant to be able to meet this tremendous demand. Now words from what we're seeing there from Moderna in terms of the supplies provided for the first week of February, in the midst of which we are now, as well as moving forward to the end of the month. So here it is there. Moderna reduced shipment, and this is coming from the Public Health Agency of Canada, a document obtained by CBC. Reduced shipment quantities for the week of the 1st to the 7th of February from 230,000 to, there it is there, 190,000 doses. This week, February 22nd, would also be impacted as Moderna cannot confirm allocations for that week yet. Now, as we've seen, the opposition going after the government on this, saying, for example, there should have been supplies being able to manufactured in this country. This, despite the fact that our ability to do that sort of winnowed away decades ago under subsequent governments. Still, the attacks have been coming. Prime Minister has responded. Let's listen to Justin Trudeau.
Despite the fears being peddled by members of the opposition parties, I can reassure Canadians we are very much on track to get the 6 million doses or more planned for the end of Q1 and to have everyone who wants a vaccine vaccinated by September. That's the plan we're working with, and that's what we're delivering.
6 million doses by the end of Q1. That's about 7 weeks from now. For us to reach that, we would have to be receiving 885,000 doses of the combined Moderna and Pfizer-BioNTech by the end of that period. 885,000 per week for that 7-week period. To be able to meet that yet, with the stopping and starting, we haven't hit the momentum to reach that yet. Heather?
So the number I was just mentioning, John, and introducing you, more than 1 million vaccines administered right now in Canada. But I was struck by something in The Guardian this morning, John, a headline right on the front page. UK gives 10 million people first dose of vaccine. So that's the UK. I mean, can we use that as a discussion? How does Canada's rollout compare to other countries?
Okay. A lot to understand here. Apples, oranges, plums, pick whatever fruit you want, being able to compare this. It is challenging. The UK, of course, as we've seen, have been a tremendous number of deaths, so way greater in terms of per capita than Canada has seen. We've also seen, though, them beginning to manufacture doses within their country. Canada's effectively a year away from being able to do that. Future pandemics, arguably. But then let's look at how Canada compared to some other countries, some considerably smaller. For example, Israel there, for example, but 60% their vaccination rate. The UK, between 10 and 16%. The United States, 10% as well. Again, though, very high death rate there. Canada, 2.6. Worth noting, though, that of the G7 countries, Canada is not at the bottom. Still, though, around the world, it could be as much as some 20th or even further down the list in terms of that. This, again, attracting the attention of the opposition, and a statement from the leader of the Conservative Party, Aaron O'Toole, saying this: Justin Trudeau letting us down. Every cancelled delivery of vaccines, every delay of vaccines means Canada has to wait longer to turn the corner in this pandemic. Some pointing to the fact that this could, in fact, further down the road, really affect our economic recovery if we are lagging behind so many countries. Mention the G7. One thing worth noting in the G7 is that Canada, as we understand it, is accessing the COVAX, and it is the only G7 country to do that. Expected about 1.9 million doses by the end of June. Now, all of this pales potentially to that 411 million doses that we have on order, still including in that vaccines not yet approved. So a lot of moving parts in this, Heather. Week by week, maybe not the best way to look at it. Month over month or quarter by quarter, we're going to have to wait and see.
John, thank you very much.
Okay.
John Northcott.